night. Make it end of the night. Dusty streets, lonely as black in the night, couldn't grip you. Hot cakes roaming through garbage couldn't tame you. Water from a broken pump couldn't wet you. Noise of roaring motorbikes couldn't arrest you. You walked the flaming streets like you created them, and wore life like a jacket blowing in the wind out Montague. The peace you found above the night, above the bar, above the water, beyond the noise, only you and God could grasp. And though we watched confused as a babe entering the world, we're awakened by the spank of your life and pray that a mother's prayer will ride the wings of the wind and rise to trouble the airs of God, and a father's tears will drench the hem of his garment. And from my narrow corner over the hill, distant music wet me, peals of drums pounding, the constellated sounds ran powdering earth's floor. As the black cave above was sprinkled with stars, then my thoughts ran to remember that first Christmas, when shepherds watching their flocks at night into dawn heard music in the fields, and amazed couldn't tell if it were angels singing or salty waters wetting the seashore. Now blessed are the steeples that crown these shallow seas so fair, that stands before the throne crying to God for our souls. Blessed are Peter, Paul, and Luke, I thought, and our praying brothers who are dancing for Christ in the street tonight, with sweat streaming to wet their backs, bent beneath cardboards and crepe paper. But to me I heard trumpets, drums, and whistles, angels carol, comforting like Christ, the Comforter. When he spoke softly to his followers, the words came to me on the wings of the wind, mellowed and transfigured as I sat on a rock in the back of my house, thinking in the midst of my eternal serenity. Where moss-colored reefs, no, sorry, rugs of reefs, where moss-covered reefs beneath their feet, a string of limestone rocks. From their shores they cast their nets, they cast their lines, they reel us in. We wiggle, gasping for one last breath to chart our course, a school of vivacious jacks. Like a new babe borning. Speechless breeze ripples through poinciana trees that twist and turn to drumbeats, drumming labor pains of a nation that solemn moonlit night. Groans and shouts rise and fade with each beat, with each blow, as Long Island breeze calls her own to feast of Johnny cake, boiled fish and yellow grits, to drink switcher, pear and sour leaf tea, to dream of Andros's crab holes where fresh waters sprang, burst forth 1973, as a red, white, and blue cloth gasped, then collapsed in the wind. Rhythms rooted in Africa's womb, seasoned with European flavors, spiraled with each push of a people on a pilgrimage, donning solidarity's flag, cradled in the loins of Sarando. In the arc of the Zephyr, the lament of a boy rolls down Mount Alvernia, and with every beat, every breath, every push of Doris Johnson, water streamed down the 66 steps. In the hands of 25 yesterdays, daybreak of a people hastened, and the cry of the drummer writhed like air around a coconut tree in June. Silver images of a flag dripping with black, gold, aquamarine, house styles in the wind, to the dumpty-dump-dump of drums, whence a linden passed the mace to a little boy, shaking the dilly tree till the dilly dropped. Play for that bottle, huh? Silver images of a flag dripping with black, gold, aquamarine, conch styles in the wind, to the dumpty-dump-dump of drums, whence the linden passed the mace to a child in the dilly tree, shaking till the dilly dropped, while rain cleansed these coral ridges, 1992. Cries swell in the veins of the wind, in the pulse of the drum, cries of a people plowing fields of stalks, bonds, and blue chips, not of cotton and cane of their fathers, whose hands, let me say that again, not of cotton and cane of their fathers, whose hands manicured these sandy soils. On this colony of rocks, of corn, of cassava and cane, salty winds, prayers and songs fuse, invoking spirits in a ceremonial dance, round heated drums, blazing bonfires, and grandpas and grandmas tell folk tales on a new plantation. As the nation lifts its head, its eyes, its heart to the rising sun, to see a new babe dawning. Gee, that was long. Conditional. If I die, let me die in the streets of the Bahamas. If a bullet is to take my life, let it be a Bahamian bullet. Let my people sing of me a rich song, my song, our song. I have come to rewrite the Bible without adding, without subtracting, without calculators. A humble God. My hollow mind sits still, numb to thoughts, unable to conceive why God would want to live in my castle, sit around my table, eat fruit from my orchard, drink from my grail, be a knight in my court, spend eternity in my presence. Until then, heaven's foundation will shake, angel clarinets will shatter, earth's axis will dissolve, the ocean bed will quake, when we, as one, fuse in a cosmic eruption. I want to laugh. Let me laugh loud. From the pit of my existence, let my soul explode, penetrating the ozone layer, exhausting infinity. Let my laugh thunder, busting clouds, crying oblique tears, piercing terra firma. Let my laugh prick, busting amnion sacks, forcing life through paths for uncertain survival. Let my laugh cultivate the Sahara Desert, nourishing vegetation. Let my laugh emit passion in the Dead Sea, giving life to aquatic animals. Let my laugh broaden the Nile Delta, moistening Mother Africa's core. From the grave, let my laugh be heard. Untitled. This journey has worn my soul. I'm tired, wanting to reach home, wanting to rest my head. Dogmatic. I stepped toes, then heels, in their waist, brown like sapodillies, lumpy dog. I fall like a star in the slum of my life, wallow in the mud of my past, rise like steam from a kettle. Joining. I come down. No, I'm not. Sorry. Joining. I came down to go up. A backward struggle. Okay.